He's a man of change and an encouraging leader dedicated to promoting kindness, understanding, and hope. Jameel is committed to sharing his stories and empowering others through his motivational talks, inspiring poetry, and books. He was going to give us a great overview of content marketing, what you need to include on your book cover, the importance of how to develop a great mailing list. This is essential tips on social media, creative content, and so much more. So let's please give a warm welcome to Jameel Davis.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Stacey, for the warm introduction. Hello, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. It's a great day to be alive. Unfortunately, Canadians aren't able to celebrate it as a national holiday, but us here in the Americas, we're going to go ahead and celebrate that for everyone. So happy to be a part of this platform, the International Writing Workshop again. I look forward to continue to do this for many years to come. And I'm excited to open up my presentation on content marketing and how that can assist you on your writing goals in your career as an author. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. All right, cool. So I want to welcome you all to Cultivating Mind School of Content Marketing for Writers, how to create effective and relevant content on and offline. Okay, so I believe the best way for me to present this topic is for me to use my newly released book, Completely Naked, as a guide. So as you can see right here, I'm already starting off with the content. I'm using the color from my book, which is dominant black and red, and also with a little bit of white. And I have a video presentation of the book content as a video. All right, cool. So moving forward. So things to discuss. We're going to talk about what is content marketing, and the key takeaways is going to be creating an eye-catching book cover and title, developing a mailing list and sending out spoilers, social media and blogging, how to create creative content, leveraging online advertisements, audience engagement, and having fun during the process. All right. Not sure why that's loading, but move forward 1 second. All right, so what is content marketing? Content marketing is a form of marketing focused on creating, publishing, and distributing content for a targeted audience online. 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. All right.
My business isn't books. My business is people. Because I understand people, I know how to earn a living off of my books. Most people don't understand their business, which is why they are always sinking. Your products and services are not the most important things in business. It's the business systems itself. So if my business is people, then people are more important than my books. With people, I understand their needs and supply the demand, which are my books and services that cater to their needs. I don't just write books. I understand people and create products and services around their needs. Putting people first and taking care of their needs keeps me in business. Mission is greater than self and money. And if you are doing everything for money and money is your business, you will never receive an award. Money should be your reward, not your motivation. So define your business and make your products and services your last priority.
All right, so writing a book is a business, and a key factor in having a successful business relationship with with potential customers is marketing. So in order to have a successful business relationship with potential customers, you have to have great marketing skills. So in order to be a successful marketer, you must understand your business and its systems needed to thrive. So today, the system we will focus on is content marketing. We'll start on content marketing today. Now, the first step is where do I start? And we start by creating an eye-catchy book cover and title. So in terms of creating our catchy title in our book cover, we want to have something that's appealing to the eye, something that stands out, something that people are going to remember. And in terms of your title, you want to have a title that's not too long, not too short, that's not common, something that really stands out and is easy to remember, something that you can put a hashtag on and for people to always remember again. So for example, like my book that I just released is Completely Naked. So that's something that someone will always be able to remember. His fourth book is Completely Naked, Completely Naked, Completely Naked. So how marketing works is the more people hear it, the more they see it, the more they're going to want it for themselves. So if you have an eye-catchy book cover and a catchy book title, the more people hear it, the more they see about it, the more they're going to want it for themselves. So at this point, it's good to cut outside the lines and go as far into your creative space as you possibly can in order to create an eye-catchy cover. Now, in order to do that, it's important that you document what it is that you would like your cover to look like. And then you will hire a professional graphic designer to create a stunning cover around the theme of your book. Some people like to go simple, mainly because it's within their budget. I'm a type of person that like to go above and beyond in terms of my book covers, meaning because I want people to be able to pick it up and to see it and to hold it and want it for themselves. So I always like to color outside of the lines in terms of creating a professional cover. And I map out all the details to my professional graphic designer so they can go ahead and create a stunning book cover for me. All right, the next thing will be to create a mailing list. Now, creating a mailing list is the best way to stay connected with your current and future readers. And the mailing list platform that I use is MailChimp. I use MailChimp to collect and send emails to my audience. What I like about MailChimp is the fact that your first 2,000 emails are free. After your 2,000, they charge a fee. I'm not sure how much it is. I'm still at that close to approaching that 2,000 mark. So you can leverage your social media to gain subscribers. So you can put links out on your web page. You can put links on your Facebook page, your Twitter, and asking those people who are interested in your work to subscribe to your mailing list. Now, another way to get subscribers is to offer freebies and giveaways. So for example, sharing spoilers and chapter ideas and ideas on in your book cover, or you can give away bookmarks or books of other writers or whatever it is that you need to do to obtain them. So you can just say, hey guys, join my mailing list. In exchange for you signing up, you can get a free ebook, or you can get free bookmarks or enter for a chance to win a free book, whatever it may be. So creating an eye-catchy book cover is where we start in terms of content marketing. If you already have a book that's already published and you want to change the cover, you may do so. You can just revise it as a second edition or a third edition with a new cover on there. So you can do that. Your mailing list. You can use MailChimp.com to create your mailing list. And you also can create a landing page on there where you can take a landing page link and add it to your website where people can just easily drop their email into the field, and sign up for your mailing list. Again, always use social media. Everybody's always on social media, so use your social media platforms to gain your subscribers. And then once you get your subscribers, you want to start sharing content with your audience. So content marketing is more than just, here's my book, here's the title, here's the picture of it, here's videos, but also sharing the content that's inside of the book with your audience as well. So here's a chapter spoiler, or here's the first 3 chapters in exchange for being on my mailing list. Or you can be one of the first people to get free tickets to a book event or a book signing, whatever it may be. So sharing your content is also an opportunity to get feedback from those people who may be interested in your content. So this is very vital for your career as an author. So chapter spoilers, sharing sneak peeks, having a mailing list. You know, your audience shouldn't just view your book cover and purchasing links. They need to see everything that's a part of your book. They need to see who your editor is. They need to see who your graphic designers are. They need to see who your page designers are. They need to see who your proofreaders are or who your fans are. So always keep your audience in the loop with your mailing list. Now, some people like to send out 1,000 emails a day or newsletters, whatever, but it's pretty much up to you. You can create your own calendar on when you would like your mailings to go out to your audience. And you also can set up to where you want a certain audience to receive something different than the rest. You can do that through MailChimp as well. So again, for this slide, I would say, we want to make sure we have an eye-catching book cover and a title that everyone can remember. We definitely don't want to have one that's too long, but something that's short and that people can easily remember and can pitch to other people. And then we want to create our mailing list. And then after we create our mailing list through MailChimp or whatever platform that does that collects emails, then we want to send our audience content from the book. So keep them in the loop about everything, upcoming events, new projects, giveaways, you name it. Just keep your audience informed of what you got going on. So a good book, a good design matters. Okay, so entice your audience with stunning visuals. So after you decide to get your cover created, you want to go ahead and get trailer videos and add some popular music that gets your audience ready for your release. So what I just showed here is a video that I put together before the book released, and it was a trailer just to get people amped up to start doing their pre-orders and everything. So a good design helps reach readers and people who aren't familiar with your work. So all right, cool. So we definitely want to have a good book design. So that's very, very important, because if you don't have a really good design, people are going to overlook your book and they may not want to pick it up. So something that's, bright and colorful, or something that speaks loudly to your theme, that makes people want to pick it up. So you definitely want to have a great design. Sorry. So as I mentioned before, having a mailing list, you always want to stay connected with your readers, no matter what. You can schedule your emails as far out in advance as you wish, so that you can work on other things. So you may have a free Saturday or a free Sunday or a free Wednesday where you have nothing to do. Take that time out to schedule your emails out in advance, whether it is you have an upcoming book signing, or you want to get some buy-in from a new project that you are working on. You need some feedback from your audience who you may trust. Whatever it is that you want to send out to your readers, you can create that in advance and schedule it out. So you want to keep them informed. After a book signing, let them know how it went. If you did some giveaways or whatever it may be, keep them informed of every step of your process. It doesn't have to be frequently. If you choose to be frequently, you can, because the more people see it, the more they hear about it, the more they're going to want it for themselves. So always use your mailing list as a way to stay connected with your readers. Let's see. My video is not showing up, but we're going to move forward. So send sneak peeks and spoilers to your readers. So create your mailing list today. So you can go to www.mailchimp.com and you can create your free account to start using your MailChimp. If you need any assistance with creating your mailing list, you can contact either one of us because we use MailChimp or another email marketing tools as well.
Everything that I've been doing is all bad. I got a chick on the side with the crib and a ride. Been telling you so many lies, ain't none good, it's all bad.
So that's a short video that I have for chapter 1 of my book, Completely Naked. So what I did in terms of my content, I created a video to go ahead with the theme of chapter 1. So that's why I put it all here with you right now. So as you have seen, my presentation color theme is aligned with the colors of my new book, red, black, and white. I'm also using content marketing methods, my content marketing methods against you all right now. So again, when you see anything completely naked related, you'll always see something that's red, black, and white. So that's using creative content. And that's also creating an author brand. So when people see these colors and they see these images, they automatically will know that this is of your work. Okay. So after we have done our mailing list and designed our book cover and everything, we want to go ahead and create social media accounts and a blog. Okay, so we can create a Facebook, an Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and a blog account for your book and your business. On these platforms, you also want to follow accounts of those who are whose work you are interested in, as well as those whom you think you will be interested in your work. So don't just get caught up in the hype of, let me get as many followers as I can get and don't follow nobody. No, you definitely want to follow those people who are in your genre, who's in your lane, who's doing the same things that you are doing, who has excelled in that area, because you can learn what to do. You can get content marketing and creative ideas from them. You may be invited on their platform someday. You may do a collaboration on a project. You never know. So you always want to stay in contact with those people whose work you are interested in and those who you think would be interested into your work. Okay. The next thing we would do is creative content. How do we create creative content? So the first thing is, I've written my book. Here's my cover. Now, what is the theme? What is the theme of your book? And how do we create marketing from the theme of your book? So for example, my book is completely naked. And some people may think is, like my previous book, In Between These Sheets, which is a book of erotica, and it isn't. So completely naked is really revealing your true self under your skin, beneath my clothes, beneath what society see. This is who I really am. This is some of the things that are done in the dark that nobody knows about. So my theme is being completely naked, meaning being my rawest, my purest self. And with that, I want to create fun and attractive colors. So the reason why I chose red is because it's the blood that Black men experience, whether it's internal blood from, our emotions being hurt, our feelings being hurt, our spirit being crushed, being physically abused, whether it's by law enforcement officers, from our parents, whoever in the world. So I used red to symbolize the blood, and then I used black to symbolize the strength from a Black man. So my theme is red and black for the book. Fun pictures and videos. So the first chapter in my book is called I Cheated. So I'm admitting to my infidelity in the past, and then I'm explaining why I did it. So what I did was I created a fun video that using Usher's song. So I use my creative theme from my book. I use a fun picture, fun videos, and I tied it to relevant music that people can listen to. So which is Usher. People like Usher. I like his song Confessions. My book is my confessions of the things that I have went through, the harm I have done, whether it's intentionally and unintentionally, and I'm confessing up to it. So what better way for me to use the creative content? Use that song to go with my creative content. So for you, you always want to have fun pictures and videos because we in this day and age where people love visuals, okay? Social media, blogs, and this new world, new generation that we are in, they love colors. So the more creative you can be with your themes and your colors, the more people will be interested into your content. In terms of events and book signings and whatever it is, you want to have attractive digital and print flyers. And then you want to share your positive feedback reviews. So something that I do as well, when people like my work, I always try to screen capture it, post it back out on my page as a review so people can see that people are interested into my work. So I'm always interacting with my customers, potential customers and everything on social media, through my blogs, in person, at work, at the airport, no matter where I'm at, I'm always looking to receive good feedback. So only focus on the good feedback. Don't worry about the bad feedback, just focus on the good ones. So next thing is online advertisement. So I take advantage of Facebook and Instagram ads often. I have used Amazon ads, Google ads, event and book ads. So those things help leverage potential customers, potential readers. And with these ads, you can target your audience. You can say, hey, my book is geared towards people in low poverty dominated areas that's trying to make their way out. So in this audience, what do these people like? So they like music videos, they like drama, they like events, they like food, they may like parties or whatever. So I can use the Facebook and Instagram algorithms to target those people that's in that genre and bring them to my page or to my website or to my book. So I tailor my content to fit my audience based off what they like, what they need. As far as having an event, so for my book signings and my book launches and whatnot, I always use an Eventbrite ad, or I use an ad on social media for my events. I run ads for my book. It's kind of like having a virtual book book tour, which I'm pretty sure Stacey Berry is going to discuss later on in her presentation, having a book tour. So that's vital. And what better way to reach people in other parts of the world than to do Facebook and social media and blogging ads. Okay, social media. So if you haven't done so already, you can connect with me on social media so you can see exactly how I do my content marketing. Right now I'm at over 4,500 followers. I have all my posts, 8,673. We in this day and age where some people feel like they want to have a whole bunch of followers and no content, and they want to be recognized for doing nothing. The reason why I don't delete my posts is because there are hashtags connected to each of those posts. And it's always somebody going back to see an old hashtag that I have used, whether for an event, for a picture, for a book, or whatever. And they always use it to buy a book or be a part of an event or subscribe to a mailing list. So it's really not about the followers. It's really not about the likes. It's really not about the content. The comments, but it's always about your content, your online presence, your portfolio. Again, the more people hear it, the more they see it, the more they're going to want to buy. The more they're going to want it for themselves. So when you make a post on social media, you have an option to like it yourself first. So my process is I post on my page. I like what I post first because I'm the one who created it. I'm going to make a comment on there if I can. I'm going to tag people in it. I'm going to share it with others. I'm going to repeat that cycle. So in your content, if you want to use social media to leverage your book and your writing goals and your skills, use that same process. Make a post, like, comment, tag, share, repeat. As well, you can use that same process with other people's work. So if somebody is making a post and you like their post, it doesn't take a lot to like it, to send a nice comment, to tag people on there, to reshare it, and to keep repeating that. And then as you do that, you will continue to develop new people over time. So it's not a process that happens overnight. Some people look for instant gratification. I'm not an instant gratification type of person. I like to really learn what I'm doing and how effective it is. Now, I know some people have personal social media accounts, and then there are very few who may have business social media accounts. My accounts are all business related, mainly because I can create, as you can see, I can create a promotion. I can see my insights over here is kind of cut off, so I can see when people are engaging on my posts, how many impressions I have, who my target audience was. Did I have more women? Did I have more men? Was it older women or was it younger men? Were they African American? Were they Caucasian? Were they Indian? Were they Arabic? Were they African? So these business insights help you tailor your content marketing to those in your audience. So you may be posting on a Wednesday and you don't get no love on your post. Maybe your audience is not as active on Wednesdays. So maybe they are more active on Thursdays, but you will be able to know that if you click on the insights and seeing when majority of your audience is most active and what time they're most active. So that's when you know when to post your content to get that traffic. Again, it's not about the likes, it's not about the comments, it's not about the amount of followers you have, blue checks. That stuff doesn't matter at all. All that matters is the impressions, how many people see your work. Because if you're driving through your neighborhood and you're seeing billboards and stuff like that, you can't comment on that. You can't like that, you can't share it, whatever. But however, it's subconscious marketing. So the more you see it, the more you hear it, the more you're going to want it for yourself. If it's a billboard about one of your favorite foods or one of your favorite clothing stores, whatever, they're using those billboards to attract that audience. So they don't just really just post them billboards just there. They tailor your billboards. They tailor the billboards for those people in that area because they know many people is going to pass it, buy it on their commute to work, on their way home from work to school, or vice versa. They tailor it to those people that live in that community. So that's my content marketing on social media. So you always want to post, like, comment, tag, share, repeat. Same thing with your blogs, same thing on LinkedIn, same thing on Twitter, Facebook. Just keep it going. So we have examples of eye-catching content. So again, we want to have relevant promotional photos and videos. So the bottom left, you can see that's a scene from chapter 1 of my book. Again, I cheated, caught in the act of doing it. People like visualizing things. So I contracted models to help me bring out my visions for chapter 1. Attractive digital and print flyers. You can see digital flyer right there in the middle when I rented out a movie theater here in Cleveland, Ohio, and I had 2 private listening parties for the listening party and the screening of Completely Naked. So you want to have an eye-catchy digital flyer. Down at the bottom, I have a tuxedo on. The full picture is me holding my book. You want to have that. Here I have a picture of me and my son unboxing and bagging books for our listening party guests. So showing people that you have books, that you are sending them out, that you have readers that's interested in your work. So if people are coming across your page and you're doing unboxing videos such as we are doing here, that lets people know that you are actually doing your job as a writer. Moving forward, we have a picture to the right where I have my book that's tailored toward men, however, still tailored toward women as well. But however, I really wrote it for Black men to read so they can overcome some of the traumas and the things they were affected with. So we want to take pictures with our guests, we want to make sure with our readers, we want to make sure when they receive their book that we get pictures and videos and feedback. And you want to share that content through social media, through our blogs, through our mailing list, so people can stay informed about what you are doing. My logo and my mission and my handle is Cultivating Minds on Instagram. So I have an official Cultivating Minds logo created that's inside of my book. So this is me cultivating minds with the gear. So that's relevant content. People know that whenever I post something, it's going to cultivate someone. Lastly, I have a video over here
He's a
from my
very
listening
creative
party.
person. His books are like, his mind is very creative, and I'm just here for the vibe.
I'm just excited to see his growth and his writing.
At your events, it's important that we always capture our events. So it's important that we hire videographers and photographers to capture our book signing, our events, our interactions with our customers, our readers, our fans. We want to show people that we are actually putting in the work and we are getting results from that. So with content marketing, we want to get relevant promotional photos and videos, attractive digital and print flyers so we can market to our audiences. We want to share positive feedback and reviews on our platform. So on our emails, so people can know that, you know, people love our work, and they want to share event content. Now, some people may not be inclined to leverage social media. It's okay, because we can go old school where we can do guerrilla marketing offline. Now, guerrilla marketing is creating use of unconventional methods in order to boost sales or attract interest in a brand or business. These methods are often low or no cost, involve personal interactions. So guerrilla marketing offline is for those who aren't afraid of thinking outside of the box with creativity while engaging in human to human interaction. So an example of guerrilla marketing is that I have recently used was I printed out a bunch of event flyers, social media and mailing list cards, and distributed them to everyone in my neighborhood. So I took my lady, I took the kids, I took my family. We had all this print material, and we walked up and down the blocks and put all these material into our neighbors' mailbox so they can know who lives in their community, what content we are working on, and they can follow me on social media and whatnot. So that's an example of guerrilla marketing. Another would be to take a whole bunch of flyers and print media and passing them out at libraries and bookstores and places where readers will be at, and posting up flyers and everything. So it's kind of what a campaign, like a mayor campaign or a political party campaign, what they would do. They would go out into the community and introduce themselves and pass out print media. That's another way of guerrilla marketing as well. Now, what happens online with guerrilla marketing is, you know, taking full advantage of what social media platforms have to offer often. So again, you know, taking advantage, if you're on Instagram, using the stories, if you're using posts, we're going to add pictures, quotes, and videos. If you're going to use the reels, we're going to use the IGTV, events, and paid ads. So that's guerrilla marketing as well. So by taking advantage of the stories, the posts, the reels, IGTV, events, and paid advertisements, I am into the social media Instagram algorithm at this point. So now I may be able to appear on the Explore page, or my advertisement is going to show up on somebody's story, whatever. So I'm able to get potential people to even just come view my page. So again, I'm not worried. We shouldn't be worrying about the likes, the comments, and all that good stuff. It's cool when people do that. However, we want to know how many people have seen it. It's all about the impressions, and use those impressions to leverage sales. So we can talk about that during the Q&A. Okay, so moving forward, you know, create a bigger online presence with ads. I mentioned this before. So increase reach to gain more impressions. So set your own price with these ads, whether it's Facebook and Instagram, Amazon, Google ads. You know, set your own price. You know, if you have a business page on social media, you can add $5 on there, $10 on there, and select your audience type, what they may be interested in reading, what they may be interested in watching on television. You can explore many different demographics of what your audience may be doing, and how you can target them for your books and everything in your advertisements. So taking advantage of all this is all content marketing. Another way content marketing as well is giving out giveaways. So we want to create attractive content for discounts and Freebies. So you can use a platform like Canva or Photoshop to design your giveaways. This is one that I recently have done for my upcoming event, a celebration of Black excellence. I gave a 3-ticket giveaway and my mailing list. So I designed this and put it out there so people get free tickets to the event. So that's another way to leverage people on your mailing list or get people interested into your work. So it's not always just about sales and money, money, money. It's a whole system that we have to follow. Yes, we want to make money, but we got to put money out, and we also have to pay it forward. So as money coming in, we put money out, and then we also give stuff away. So it's kind of like a chain of events that take place. Do important work. Show people that the purpose of your craft. So people buy into who you are as a person, what you represent, how you communicate, how you dress, the kind of car you drive, your style of dress, your favorite music, and so much more. So figure out a way to tie you into your work and sell you and not just your work. So for example, if you're drinking, Fiji water is not the finished product. It's not the most important part of their business. That's a product. So however, because Fiji has a nice business system and is associated with, athletes and, marathon runners, whatever, people buy into that. So you can use your book and your story and the things that you like and tie it into your book. So example, what I did was I had got me a brand new car last year, and it was red and black. And I decided to have the book color to match the car. And then I wearing my red Canadian coat that I got from Canada. I forget the name of it, the brand. And then I had the Wake Hustle Grind. So with that one, I'm cross-branding somebody else's brand. And then I have my event lanyard on. So people buy into who you are as a person. So I'm using all this content person. I got a little bit of swag, the sports car, with the hustle mentality. So I'm cross-branding it all at once. So when you having your book and your theme, be as creative as you possibly can, and so you can attract your audience. So if you got a special colors on your cover at your next book event, you want to dress like your book. If you happen to have a vehicle, you can have a car that matches the theme of your book. You can do vehicle wraps. That's very cheap without having to do a whole paint job. So just be creative in your thinking in terms of content. So how you eat, how you drive, how you interact with people will buy into that. So I don't pitch my books. I pretty much pitch myself. So when I'm speaking to people or shaking hands or whatever, they say, hey, you sound like a writer and an author. Well, I already am a writer and I am an author. So what do you write about? When people say, hey, what do you write about? That's your opportunity to sell yourself, and then give them your social media flyers if you have them on hand, and so forth.
I do so many different things. It's just, that's what most people know me for, is writing. And I write pretty much just to express myself. So my first book that I wrote is How Success Became My Focus. And the reason why I wrote it is because I'm big on legacy and documentation. And before I started writing that book, I had asked myself, well, if I died today, who would live to tell my story, and would they tell it correctly? So at that point, I knew, can nobody tell my story better than I could? So I decided to write my success story, why I chose to navigate the successful path instead of going down the path of destruction, like being a product of my environment, and which I come from, which is impoverished communities plagued by high violence and high crime here in Cleveland, Ohio. So I decided to share my story of how I made it out of unfortunate circumstances to become a successful, educated college student. Then moving forward, I went on to write Cultivating Minds to Own Thyself, which is birthed with the intentions of helping men and women to discover their purpose and to take ownership of their lives without using society standards. So after writing How Success Became My Focus, I went on this journey of to put myself first, because society tells us to put everybody else before us and take care of ourselves last. And when we take care of ourselves last, we will never get to us. So I went on this journey where I turned off the television, radio, music, stopped studying other different people, and started focusing on myself, and became who I needed to be for me. And this book teaches people how to put themselves first.
So we always want to have an opportunity, always pitch, market, promote, and sell you. Those are my methods for content marketing and thriving in my publishing career, in my writing career. Anytime I get an opportunity, I have to document, I have to pitch myself, I have to market myself, I have to promote me. And then when I do that, I'm able to tie into my book. So what I'm doing right now is on World Book Day, which is about, I think it's back in April, World Book Day, I was invited to do a presentation with about 8 different authors and from 6 different countries. And what I did was I just took a snippet of the video and I put it on here for you all so you can see how I'm pitching, how I'm marketing, how I'm promoting, how I'm selling myself. So this is something that you can do if you're ever invited onto a platform where you have an opportunity to share your gift. Figure out a way how to tie that in to your marketing and share with your audience that this is what I have done. So every moment is an opportunity to create something rewarding for yourself and others. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. So give the world your best shot. And right now, you can always do some cross branding and cross promotion. It's not just about, Elevated Waves or just Kaya Publishing or Bstellar Group or Mutendei Writes. It's about everybody collectively. So what we are doing right now with the International Writing Workshop is we are cross branding and cross promoting every one of us. So when we are on social media and we are sending out our blogs and everything, these are getting reshared and re-promoted to many other different people. So for example, if I have some interested writers coming my way, I'm going to send them to Stacey and Kaya Publishing for editing or any type of communication type things and vice versa. And so that's how cross-branding, cross-promotion works. So it doesn't hurt to share people's stuff, to like people's stuff, to invite people to there, because you never know who's watching, who may have the ability to get you or someone else to the next level. So I always want to pitch, market, promote, and sell you. We're almost done. The best marketing doesn't feel like marketing, okay? It doesn't. So have fun during the process of creating. I enjoy creating breathtaking content and presentations. It's not a job, it's a hobby. So if you feel frustrated creating your content and everything, you got to find out a way to love and enjoy doing it. Because if you don't love the content that you are producing, then the outside world may not buy into what you got going on. So you really got to have fun doing it, have fun being a writer, have fun being an author, have fun marketing, promoting, sending out emails, stopping people in traffic or in the airport or at work in a lobby. You have to have fun doing these things. Even if those people are not interested at that moment, you can leave a lasting impression just by being kind and smiling and everything. So the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It just works. It's just autopilot. Once you get going, you will find your niche and you're just going to go and just have fun with it. All right, let's see. So again, we'd like to thank you for joining the International Writings Workshop presented by Kaya Publishing, Kamala, who wasn't able to be with us today, and Bstellar Group in Toronto. And then Mutendei Writes, I want to thank him for being here as well, from Kenya, and then Elevated Waves Publishing from here in Cleveland, Ohio. So thank you all for your time. I'm going to pass it over to the next presenter, and we have questions.